It was in the basement of Jungkook's mansion, who was the leader of the Mafia. It seemed someone was getting punched by our leader, who was so aggressive at this moment. The man who was bleeding pleased him to leave from him. Will you say it or not? Where is your boss, Daniel? Where is that coward sheep? His face was sweating a lot and also a few drops of stuck on his cheeks. His eyes were darkened as he was fully in anger at the right hand of his enemy. Boss, leave him, he will die. Then we will not be able to trace Daniel. He was trying to stop Jungkook as they wanted to know the clues about Daniel. He might not be a mastermind like Jungkook, but he has that little intelligence near to him. Jungkook was not ready to hear John, but a phone call stopped him in the middle and made him at it as it was a new number and also the person was someone who he guessed correctly. Hello, Daniel, he said on the call, passing shivers down his spine, but he managed to act strong on the call. Not bad, Mafia John, you got me correct, he said and laughed loudly at the call while Jungkook was patiently waiting to answer again. Do you think I will not find you? You don't have many days. Once I found you, the next minute you will meet your father in hell, he said and laughed like a maniac as he was so confident about his plans. Really? You can? You need to find me first, but here I have already found your heart. Your loving wife is a few meters from me. Do you want me to meet her, huh? Jungkook dropped his laugh as he clenched his jaw. When Daniel talked about you. Ryan, Ryan, a small fear rushed inside him as he was concerned about your life. Jung immediately rushed inside the house after saying his guards to take care of his enemy who was in the basement. Ryan, Ryan, he was shouting by standing in the middle of living room as Daniel was laughing on the call, raising Jungkook's fear for every minute. Sir, Mommy is not here anywhere. I checked every room, but she was not there. Boss, I forgot to say, she told me that she was going for her friend's wedding today. A tight slap landed on John's cheek as he felt to stop you going out alone. What did you do? You forget to say? How many times have I told you to not send her alone? An anger mixed with fear was clearly visible on his face. His heart was beating rapidly as he scared that you were in danger. What happened to you, Jungkook? He quickly turned at your voice as you came out from the room which was beside the kitchen. Ryan, you're here. Oh my god. He sighed and ran his fingers through his hair as he felt relieved to see you being safe. He quickly came near you and hugged you tightly. You stood frozen in that position as he never hugged you in these 4 months. You both got married 4 months ago as your father requested him to marry you. Jungkook, you called him as he hugged you suddenly. He quickly broke the hug and stepped back. Even though you both got married for 4 months now, you both never had any physical intimacy except a kiss on wedding day. As it suddenly happened, you didn't get time to know about Jungkook and also you feel shy to move close with him even though he was your husband. Ryan, where did you go? I was so worried about you. His voice was breaking and his breath was also not normal as he was really panicked about you. I went to use the washroom. What happened, Jungkook? You said in a low tone as you were shocked to see him in this way. Because you never saw him behaving like a panicked lion. Hello, Mr. John, he said on the call as he stopped laughing. Jungkook heard his voice and pressed his phone against his ear. Hey Daniel, you played with me? He said, grabbing the back of his neck as he got angry for tricking him. What do you think? Only you know how to play? Nah, it's just a sample. If you try to find me, then ready to face consequences. My father had already took your parents, now don't make me take your new family. Stop searching for me, understand? He warned Jungkook and cut the call. Here he stood silently, sucking his lower lip and threw the phone on the floor with great aggression, where you and John flinched with his physical power. He screamed so loud, causing the birds and animals ran away from the surroundings of your house. Jungkook, are you alright? You asked as you didn't feel good to see him, stressing about something. Why? You are not going anywhere. Cancel your marriage plan and stay at home. You did not expect he would be afraid of his enemies' words because everyone is scared of him. But Jungkook, I need to go. It's my best friend's wedding. She will be upset, right? You asked in a pleasing tone as you didn't want to raise his anger more. So what if I say then it's fixed? You are not going anywhere, that's it. He said strictly, raising his voice a little, but you didn't like the way he ordered you. So what? She's my best friend. Why do you always behave like this? We just married 4 months ago and you started dominating me. Am I your slave to follow your orders? You always put restrictions on me, even if I want to go to a nearby park. You are pouring out your inner feelings which you held up in yourself all these days. I'm not dominating or ordering you. It would be better if you understand it was for your safety. As you know my profession, I have many enemies who can target you easily to play with me. Try to understand, he said loudly as he was trying to tell his point. I'm fed up with this life, Jungkook. I don't want to live like this. I cannot live with fear every second. Why can't we live a normal life without enemies and fears? You said, breaking down into tears as you're really hating this life, and also you are not able to attend your friend's big day. Why it's not that? Try to understand. I'm scared about. His heart was feeling heavy to see tears in your eyes, but you failed to see his love in those words and stopped him in the middle from saying something. Please, don't say anything, Jungkook. I'm trying to adjust in this life only for you, but now you stopped and went upstairs to your room as you didn't want to say more. Also, John left from there, leaving Jungkook alone. Jungkook dropped on the couch as his heart was so heavy right now. He didn't expect this kind of reaction from you. After all, he was doing for your protection. Ryan, what do you mean by adjusting here? Are you not happy with me? Did you fail to see my love towards you? Tears started forming in his eyes. The man who looks like heartless from outside is so soft only for you. Ryan, I'm doing all these for your safety. Is this the reason that you're staying away from me all these days? You fed up means you will leave me? He quickly closed his mouth with his right hand as his body started shivering slightly with the thought. No, I can't let that happen. What about me if you leave me? For whom I should leave if not for you? He shook his head and threw his head to the backrest of the couch as he was massaging his temples. with both hands while looking at the ceiling. You and Jungkook became silent and didn't talk with each other the whole day. And it was night, he went to the dining table to have dinner. He took a chair and sat in it. Meanwhile, the maid was pouring water in a glass. Did Wyan have dinner? He asked his maid as he didn't see you downstairs after the argument. No, sir, she didn't come since morning. I called her many times, but she refused to come. For a minute, he sat silently and thought something. Okay, put the food on a plate. As he said, the maid put the dinner items on a plate and gave it to him. He took that plate and went upstairs. He slowly opened the door with one hand as he held the plate with other hand and walked inside just to find you sleeping on the bed. Wine. As he didn't get any response from you, he walked towards your side and stood facing you. He wanted to wake you, also he didn't want to disturb you. So he stood there and was admiring your face. Then he saw your cheeks stained with teardrop, which clenched his heart. If you don't eat, then I don't want to eat wine. He put the plate on the nightstand and laid beside you. He put his hands on his stomach, intertwining in them, and was looking at the ceiling as he was thinking about something which was hurting him from the morning. Wine, I'm sorry for the morning argument, he said in a deep voice which was filled with guilt and sad. I really didn't want to restrict you, but what can I do when I prioritize your safety more than your desires? He was expressing his feelings, thinking you fell asleep. But I didn't expect those words from you. You're really fed up with me or with my restrictions. I'm feeling restless with your words, Mayan, because I cannot take this from you. I wanted to give a happy life, but you're fed up with me. Tears slowly started dropping down from the side of his temple because he was letting out his pain which he held with him. You know, Mayan, why I married you because I felt you became the reason to live my life. Before the marriage, I saw you when you were helping kids, and that day I felt you are pure and kind hearted. Even my heart said you will give the love it was craving for. He sniffed as he chuckled when he remembered the day when he first saw you. You fed up with this life in these 4 months, but I fed up with this life since I lost my parents. They were only people I have in this life, but they got in Daniel's father's hand. You don't know how bad life I have lived without parents and anyone I knew on this earth. There were many sleepless nights and many days which I went through with an empty stomach. Like me, many kids become orphans, as that killed innocence. That I fixed my mind to stop all this. That's why I became a mafia and killed Daniel's father to put a full stop for this. But I didn't remember Daniel at that time. Now he turned like his father and seeking revenge from me. I know I'm selfish to marry you because even after knowing about my enemy, I dragged you into this, but you're the only reason to live my life now. After my parents, I felt that only you can give me that love. I was already half when I lost them, but I don't want to be dead losing you. I can bear if anything happens to me, but I cannot bear in your case. I'm not afraid of my enemy, but I have to for you. I understand you're not feeling the same way I'm feeling about you. I understand today that you're living forcefully with me. Don't worry, I will set you free from this marriage. But before that, can you please cuddle me one last time? I'm feeling alone, Ryan. tears continuously flowing through his eyes as he feeling sad about sending you out from this marriage. Then you slowly turned at him and moved close into his embrace, giving him a surprise. Ryan, you didn't sleep? He quickly wiped his tears as you put your hand on his chest. How can I sleep when you are in pain? You said, looking into his eyes as you lifted your head up at him. Ryan, I'm really sorry for everything. He apologized to you once again as he was feeling bad. I should also be sorry, Jungkook. I didn't understand your love behind protecting me, and I didn't know you're carrying this much pain inside you. If you're feeling alone means I failed to make you not feel that. His words moved your heart and made you tear up as you were feeling bad about your behavior with him in the morning. All this time you didn't sleep as you acted to avoid Jungkook, but after hearing his pain, you could not stop yourself from sharing his pain. When can I see something? Maybe I can't find the perfect words to tell you how you make me feel, but you are my one and only heartbeat. I'm afraid of losing you. Jungkook, I said I'm fed up with restrictions, not with you. I said all those out of anger. I'm really sorry. I know you love me, but you should also know one thing, and that is I love you, Jungkook. Because of it, I'm not leaving you, even though I'm hating this kind of life. You said, resting your head on his chest, but will you wait a few more days till I end every enemy on this earth? I promise you, I will leave this profession once I make this world safer for you. No. You paused to raise the tension in him, and it was clearly visible on his face. Whatever you do, I don't leave you, Jungkook. I don't want you to stop this. Love means accepting, not restricting. You might restrict me about enemies, but you never restrict me to change myself. Then why should I restrict you? I understand that no one can do anything to me until you are with me. Your words brought a small smile on his face as he didn't accept this from you. Thank you so much for understanding, Wine. I promise to make our life better. I promise to protect you and love you always. I trust you, Jungkook. I love you. He said, kissing on his chest and about to get up. But he asked something sweet and emotional. Ryan, can you please stay like this whole night? I'm feeling warmth in your cuddle, so can you? You smiled and again rested on his chest while he hugged you, wrapping hands around you. You both were enjoying your first cuddle and also comforting each other in this way. Jungkook was not afraid of Daniel, but he surely does about you. Love someone who always have fear of losing you. Thanks for watching.